we're gonna give you 7 exercises that can get your forearms as swole as possible, and we're gonna start right now. So let's cover the main actions and muscles behind the forearms and what they do on a regular basis so we can get swole as. So the brachioradialis, this is gonna be the muscle that's responsible for elbow flexion, also responsible for pronation here and supination. 2 big flexor muscles right here on your forearm. So the flexor carpi radialis and the flexor carpi ulnaris. This is gonna be what really gives you that big bulge. No, not that big bulge. When you're getting a really good pump and there's a lot of blood rushing to this part of your forearm. That's also where underneath, a little bit deeper, there's gonna be the pronator teres. And then finally, the main meat muscle right here on the posterior side of your forearm. This is going to be the extensor digitorum. This is when we would be raising our fingers up and we can see this just slightly moving. So we have a really, really good exercise that's gonna show you how to move your fingers flexing and extending so that we can really target this part of your forearm to get it really big. Cool, I just want the exercises so I can get as swole as possible. All right, let's go. So the first pairing of exercises, 1A, 1B. The first movement is going to be called flappers. This is an exercise that we can really, really isolate that wrist joint. And what we want to look for is keeping your elbows on a stable object to sort of prevent any crazy amounts of elbow flexion. So you can use a bench, you can use a bar like this, and you want to look for 17 to 25 reps, really, really focusing on that extensor digitorum. You're going to get a huge pump. I'm using a fat bar. This is 35 pounds and I can already feel it. I'm going to give you 5 more here. Oh. Okay, 17 to 25, and then I'm gonna superset this with an old school Bill Pearl super bar. So we have a little bit of ulnar deviation into radial deviation and then flexion, okay? So down, back up. And this is gonna be a little bit easier on that elbow joint. So we can load this a little bit heavier, and when we do this deviation here, that's gonna load that brachioradialis. It's also gonna stretch the hell out of flexor carpi radialis, come in and flex up, okay? So we can go back and forth. Use pre-fatigue with the flappers. 17 to 25 light, rest 30 seconds, and you can go a little bit heavier load with the super bar here and really light up those forearms. I can feel that like crazy right through the brachioradialis. Oh yeah, a little bit of the bicep. 2 more. Holy Do that for 5 sets and it's gonna start off your forearm workout really, really well. So that third exercise is a tried and true classic. So this is gonna be a movement that's really gonna help you focus on the actual pain and discomfort that grip training can actually cause. It's gonna give you a little bit more grit, like a mason. No, not that mason. A mason that carries concrete blocks. I'm gonna show you 2 different ways that you can execute this movement. This is going to be a farmer's walk. So this is very, very simple to do, right? I'm gonna show you with 70s. 70s are light, and what I like to do is in between exercises. So let's say we did the flappers and the super bar curls. In between that, we would do this for 45 to 60 seconds. We use the turf area here where we're gonna have a target that you can walk around. And when I come back, I'm gonna show you a really unique way to help you with that pinch grip. So we're gonna get here and just carry this around. And you might have to walk through this 2 times. So it's about 45 to 60 seconds. It's almost like a timed period, okay? This is really, really good for anybody in football, wrestling, even for shot putters to a point. So let's pretend I did that twice. If I have somebody who really needs to improve their pinch grip, think about a wrestler, someone who struggles to get wrist control. This exercise or this version is really, really good, but it's also very challenging. We set this up and I want to get a pinch grip set, okay? So I'm here, and this is really what's going to remind you of carrying those concrete blocks like a mason. So you can come down and you're really hitting the flexor carpi ulnaris, squeezing through the pinkies, and that's what I like to actually cue on, is squeeze through the thumb, the pinky, and the index finger, and try to really flex there, and that's gonna help even blow up that pronator teres. So these next 2 exercises are really easy to execute. We've even done them hanging out of our barn window, and nothing is gonna give you a wild pump like these two. So we're gonna grab a 3-inch pipe. Guys, it's 2023. We're trying to increase our sex life. That's why we have today's video sponsor, Roman. So on the 3-inch pipe, we're gonna attach that rope and a little bit of weight. Now first, what I wanna do is really focus on the flexion part of my wrist. Oh, I gotta put 60 seconds on the timer, and I wanna try and get my favorite muscle nice and hard. So as we lower this, okay, we're going through that eccentric portion, and now we're going through the concentric movement, okay? So Roman is an online health service that can help you improve your overall sexual activity. Roman offers discreet wipes that help you last 4 times longer in bed. No prescription needed. You can fill out your form in the comfort of your own home, submit those forms, and get great feedback, and your medicine will show up in a discreet package, a really nice looking package, with free 2-day shippings. They also offer testosterone testing and treatment. Treating low testosterone can help revive your sex drive. So I'm only halfway through here. Now what I wanna do is rotate this around. This is gonna be a little bit easier, okay? So now we're gonna start to work on a little bit more of that wrist extension. So as we lower through here, I wanna actually feel those fingers moving. God damn. Guys, my freaking forearms are getting a massive pump. Again, just like today's video sponsor, Roman, can get you that massive pump. First, pick up that 3-inch hard pipe to help you with your wrist flexion. Second, go to row.co/garage strength for 20% off your order today. Again, that's row.co/garage strength for 20% off that order. Make sure you do that after you hit these forearm rollers for at least 60 straight seconds, not seconds. Oh, my forearms. Make sure that after you use your 7 forearm exercises, you check out Roman for that 8th key exercise later tonight. But I want something even more precise to sports performance, or applied for sports in general. The forearm roller is absolutely phenomenal, but the next exercise is even better for sports performance. So one of the best exercises for forearm strength is actually hitting that rope climb, especially on a 2-inch rope. But if you don't have access to that rope climb, so really I'm giving you 8 exercises today, we can do plate flips. So this is one of my absolute favorite movements because of how explosive you have to be with that flexion. So if we can get a thicker plate here, we can actually be explosive and catch quickly, okay? And we can even switch hands where we go here, back and forth. Oh, grab as quickly as possible. Now, after we do the explosive plate flips, to finish off your actual forearms, you can work on that isometric action and that endurance by hitting 20 to 30 curls with that plate. So you can go back and forth. You'll rest about a minute, do the 5 plate flips, 5 to 7 plate flips each side, and then really target that brachioradialis by hitting some elbow flexion work here, 20 curls. Holy crap, my forearms are toast. Ah! Okay, so the next exercise is gonna help with your explosiveness. It's gonna help with your endurance. It's gonna help with wrist flexion and extension. It's gonna help lengthen your lats, improve the stability in your shoulder girdle, and it's gonna help you be less of a That specific exercise is going to be monkey bars. So one of the best parts behind monkey bars is that they're really fun and you can do them anywhere. Oh. So you're here and just keep that moving, okay? Lengthen those lats and even work on different elbow positions, okay, as you move forward. I recommend, if you don't have access to this at your gym, you could go to the playground. And it might seem like you're the creepy guy at the playground, but if you work on moving forward, moving backwards, it's gonna help your grip strength, your lat strength. You can even finish with 100 straight pull-ups while your forearms are blasted. So forearm training is absolutely wild. You have to know what your forearm muscles are and the actions that those muscles are actually doing. And if you want more content for forearm-based training, check out the video right next to my giant dome right here, where you can get even crazier forearm exercises. If you guys need help with your programming and improving your overall strength, make sure you head over to peakstrength.app, the Google Play Store, or the iOS Apple Store, so you can get as swole as possible on our app, Peak Strength, where we have 7 free days of training. Because remember, freaks, if If you guys want to become a champion, get a monster pump. You've always got to cultivate your power. Peace.